So, but I mean, I think this is kind of working out for us.
What's going on, guys? Drasker. Today we're back to the farm.
I believe grandfather is no longer going to be holding our hands today, so we need to figure out what to do. So if we go inside of the menu here and we head to the calendar, we can see which crops are in season. So it looks like we have canola, then we're also going to have grass and oilseed radish. So it looks like any of these three are going to be optimal to plant right now. So all we have to do is head over to the market data here and see which one's going to be selling for the most. So for example, canola is going to be for $13.14 in December, where we have grass at 90. So grass is definitely going to be a little bit lower. Go grab our seedster, and hopefully we still have seeds from the previous episode. If not, then we're going to have to figure out how to buy seeds in town. But surely grandfather would have gave us more than just enough for one field, right? That's right. Okay, so we cultivate the field and then we plant the seeds. I'm starting to remember the trading. It might take a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Last time I never actually finished cultivating this field, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. I forgot that we left one completely cultivated, so that's going to make it super easy to plant our crops. I'm kind of curious, like, if we leave it outside, like not inside the barn, is it going to get rusty this game? Like, I wonder how detailed they actually went with it. So we're going to need our harvester to go gather that stuff over there, which we should start with that first. All right, so let's leave this deal here. Let's hook up the seed on the tractor, then we'll set the seeds, and then maybe we can hire the AI crew to plant the other field while we're also doing stuff. I think that's going to be the best efficient route for us. Assuming that we have the seeds, but I'm really hoping that we do. If not, I wonder if the AI crew can go buy the seeds for us. Alright, so it's already selected for canola. You know what? Since some jerk decided to park let's not break the tool on the first day. Ah! Yeah, it's some jerk parked their vehicle very rudely. We're going to have to come over here. And then hold H for worker mode. Work the headlands, start with up, down. One. Okay. Yeah, we get the fun job. Then I guess we can look after these animals too. We haven't really learned how to do anything with those yet. Alright, so let's lower the header. Turn the harvester on. So regardless, it looks like these crops are ready to be harvested anyway, so we should probably go and grab these. Now, I don't know too much about farming, but I have seen like Jeremy Clarkson do it, and they always had like a skipping lane for harvesting, so that's why we decided to do one skipping lane there. Not sure if he's an expert on farming, but it made sense in the TV show, so that's why I did it that same way for here. These look fully mature based on what we did yesterday though, so that's why I'm assuming that these are the ones we're supposed to be starting with, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully he's going to have our whole field planted for us. If not, then we'll have no crops. Then once we get full, we can store this in the silo since it looks like it's going to be selling much better in December. So there's no point in selling it early. Unless we're like desperately needing money. But it looks like right now we have about 101 pounds. And I don't know if we can swap that over to different currency. I'll have to look and see. But interesting enough, they don't actually have any of the lines for like the fields that they automatically played in for us. So maybe that's not an actual thing. But on the show they had it that way the tractor could like drive down the lines that weren't actually done, so you didn't actually ruin your crops. That's why I was using that same logic through this game. But the fields that they pre-did for us don't use that same method, so maybe it's not a thing in all parts of the world? I don't know, that's something we're going to have to research if that's an actual like farming technique or not. And so we're going to do this field a little different since it has such a sharp angle. We don't really have too much room. We're going to go ahead and trim this edge here, and then we'll just start the loop that way. I guess the preset that we set for that field, we must be wasting a lot of space, so hopefully he's smart enough to also plant over in the field next to it. Now, I don't know if we should just put all of our baskets into one. Like, obviously the canola is going to be selling for a lot, but should we also be doing grass? Like, what happens if the canola market crashes? Well, that doesn't look right. I thought everything was going to be lined up perfectly, but this end down here looks a little odd. Alright, so now that we finally have the last bit of crops in this field, now we just need to unload this dude, and then we can store that inside of our silo. I believe he finished planting this one field, which we might have him just plant the other field as well. That way we keep them both unison. So hold on, so we can turn that off, raise you. I don't think you're going to be used for a while, so I guess we can... I'll keep it like over here somewhere. Now that looks a little different than what I was expecting. I don't think it was black yesterday, so I hope that was right. Okay, so we took it over to our silos. I believe we have successfully harvested a field and store the goods. So let's leave the seeder here, grab the cultivator. We'll set the AI up to cultivate the field that we harvested earlier. And then we can go speak to our grandfather and see if maybe he has another quest or something for us, because I haven't really seen like too much information on what else we're supposed to be doing. So I have a feeling that he's either going to be like teaching us something or like putting us in the right direction, hopefully. So I still don't know where like things to buy in town are or anything like that. Now this field, the only thing we should have to do is cultivate. Go on, Jerry! Make sure it's nice and clean. It's like, for example, we have cows, but see how it says like health, food, water, that's all 0%? I assume that's probably bad. And I can't interact with any of these things, so I must have to buy it somewhere. Hi, Grandpa.
Well, hello there.
Hello. Who can help me around here? Can I help you with something?
Let's check what needs to be done then.
I can help with weeding?
Weed patrol, huh? Someone's got to do it. Do you own the required machines? Or do you want to borrow them for a small fee? How do you want to do it?
Which machines do we need?
You need a sprayer and herbicide. How do you want to do it?
Let's borrow. So you going to tell me where I need to be going? We need to get up to field 23. It looks like we have a tractor or something in the middle of town. So the easiest way to do that is to click tab to teleport. Oh. All right, so we need to fill the tool. And then on the days that we're not posting this, we'll be finishing our Mafia series. Menu. Consumables? I think we'll just need the one. So I don't know if it's going to be overkill. Hopefully not, but it looks like it takes about 2.5 to fill up the collector. So, make sure you don't have your map fully out while you're trying to drive, because occasionally you might accidentally hit a bump in the road and drive up the side of a building. Who would have thought? Now, we spent about 9,000 pounds to do this, so I'm kind of curious to see like how much we're actually going to get paid to help out. Hopefully we're not doing this for free. Grandfather obviously set the contract up for us. And we're going to need to extend the arm, so I guess we'll have to drive on the field first and see how wide it actually opens. Oh, it's still going. Hopefully this is... Yeah, it's not going to touch the edge. It's kind of close, but not completely perfect. It's fine. We have change work with. We may as well do full. So we have cover, activate, so B. Then obviously down there at the end, we're going to have a little bit that we're going to have to like come back through and just do like one extra swipe through. But I mean, I think this is kind of working out for us. Even curious, 12 kilometers an hour is going to be as fast as you're able to do this. We got 61% done ourselves, and then now we're going to let the AI do it, because I'm kind of curious to see like how he manages to do it on his own. And also because it's kind of hard to keep track of where you've been or not. So basically you're just looking for these darker areas. Then if you can manage to find a lighter path, that's where you can tell you haven't gone yet. It looks like he was pretty good about it, so he's just going to be doing it that way. Are we done with our cultivating field? It looks like they have a safety area that they don't want to actually go through, so they keep the rest of the area kind of wasted. So I was watching the AI figure out how to actually do like the field properly. So they actually turn the sprayer off, then they line up, then they go through another pass. So we're going to do that same method. It's pretty cool that you can see like the path on what they think you should be doing. That way you can sort of learn from them. Originally, I was just going to do a big foul swoop with the sprayer. Oh, we're at 90% and it's not going up. So we must be hitting a spot that we've done already. So he was doing it like this, then he lined himself back up, then he turned the sprayer on, and then he went forward. This is a very big field though, so maybe over there in the middle is where we're missing? So obviously the AI is going to be able to get you 100% much easier than what you're able to. This vehicle tool is reserved for contract work. So what exactly am I supposed to do with it from here? Like if I just disconnect, is that? They didn't say anything about I'm supposed to be delivering it somewhere once I'm done. So maybe we go back and speak to our grandfather now? You know what? Next episode we'll work on the animal part of the farm and see if we can actually start feeding them. That is going to be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, would like, subscribe. And that is going to be the end of day 2 on the farm.